Hello, beautiful friends. It's Crystal Rose Insights, here to do a very special Divine Feminine reading. This is one that I was guided to do today in a bit of a different way than I'm used to, or just that you're used to, rather. And sometimes Spirit guides me to do things differently and shake things up. And I think it's because we're in a very interesting time this summer energetically with the eclipses and today's new moon and all of that. So they're guiding me to do a reading in a bit of a different way to be service to you all. And I want to thank each and every one of you that's here and for holding this space for my channel, and for those of you that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those of you who do readings with me and sessions with me. You're really inspirational, and you guys have been really making some massive shifts. So it's been such an honor to be part of your journey. If you do want a private reading or live session with me, the information is down in the description box below. And real quick, just to clarify, when you guys book the reading with me through my scheduling software, when you send in the payment, that reserves your line, your spot in line, basically. And then once you do that, then I ask you to send me an email with your information, your background, your questions, anything. So just so you know, once I receive your payment, that gets you in the line, okay? And turnaround times are listed below as well. So we're going to take a look today at Divine Feminine's, seeing how this new moon energy can support her. And these, just so you know also, my readings are intended to be timeless. So even though I'm recording this reading in the new moon, here, whenever you find this reading, if you're drawn to listening to it and if the messages are resonating, that's Spirit's way of bringing you the information and the messages in the right way at the right time. So, as always, my intention here, and that's the way Spirit works. So, so we're going to be taking a look at the Divine Feminine information, and we are going to, if this reading's resonating for you, I am going to take this reading really in depth over on my Vimeo channel. So we're going to get started over here and see what's going on for Divine Feminine. And we're getting the amethyst that wanted to be here for Divine Feminine. This is all about the energy, the stone of the healer, the stone of the crown chakra, opening up to divine guidance and all of that. So if you want to look up, and of course I have 3 amethysts here around me at all times. I love them. Actually, I have more than 3. I have, in this room, I probably have, I have 4 in here. And I have a big one in the next room. It's like this massive geode. So clearly amethyst. I love it. It has such a good energy. Okay. So what we're going to look at is what's going on. What is the Divine Feminine currently thinking of? What is coming up for her emotionally right now? How is she feeling? And then what is she manifesting right now? What is this new beginning? Because new moons are all about new beginnings, a clean, fresh slate. What are your intentions? What do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to do? All of that. So, because it's about introspection, new moons, because the moon is not out, it illuminates what's on the inside, right? It has us go inward. It has us start to look at ourselves and be very reflective. So let's see what Divine Feminine's. And this is a general reading, so take what resonates, of course, and leave the rest. But it is my intention everybody watching my videos will get at least one very specific, important message intended for them. So let's see what Divine Feminine is currently thinking about. She's thinking about union. She's thinking about patience and moving on. Interesting. So she's thinking about marriage. She's thinking about stability. She wants stability. She's realizing that she needs to have some patience. She knows she's in the process of integrating some really important spiritual lessons right now. And some Divine Feminines may be moving on to things that are more meaningful to them. It's like interesting because Divine Masculine got these same 2 cards. You guys are resonating in terms of what you're thinking about. Isn't that interesting? Telepathy. So the thinking about moving on, there are some Divine Feminines that are in this energy of they're kind of quote unquote tired of waiting, tired of sitting around waiting for their Divine Masculine to do their thing. And what's important about this moving on energy is there is a time in the journey where it is important for Divine Feminine to surrender and let go. Now, what that means is it doesn't necessarily mean let go of the twin flame or the soulmate. or the relationship, it means that you are surrendering to the divine. You're surrendering to growth. You're surrendering to divine timing and your own path. And this is where the focus can be, really focusing on yourself. A lot of my clients are coming into this energy of really just starting to move into their mission work. They're discovering what they're here to do, how they're here to serve humanity, what they're here to help heal, and how they're here to help others. And so sometimes part of that process means the divine feminine needs to kind of walk away from this journey to be able to put her energy there. It doesn't mean she's giving up on it. Although, this is not applying to those divine feminines that are like, forget it, I'm just going to move on. I'm tired of waiting for him. And they're in that energy. This is literally more of, I'm in a surrendering into spirit, surrendering to the process and choosing myself, choosing my growth, choosing my life, and understanding that it's all fitting together. Okay, so this is where it's coming. Is she knows she wants stability. She wants to have this marriage. She is integrating these lessons and having patience. And so this feels like some of you that are in this place, that this is the time to, move on to something more meaningful than the focus on what's going on with my divine masculine, if that makes sense. It's sort of towards the beginning of this journey, there's a lot of focus on what's happening with him, what's going on with him, because you're curious and you're wanting to understand, and that's part of the process. But there does come a point where it's like, okay, I need to now put my focus on me, trusting that he's doing his thing, trusting that he's going to get there, and me focusing on me is the way I'm going to get there too. Okay, so let's see what the divine feminines are feeling at this time. Let's see what's good, because I do have a lot of clients that are literally coming into union now, so this feels like it's for people that are potentially a little further out from that. But I always don't like to do time frames, only because that's can change in an instant. Of course, once the energy aligns, you can manifest instantly. So where there was no sound before, no sign of anything, all of a sudden there could be everything all at once. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Seriously. So she knows she feels in her heart, she knows that there have been really good seeds planted here towards the relationship, towards the union energies. She feels it. She knows it. She knows that things have been, there's a foundation that's been built, and that things just need to take their time. They need to unwind. This is what she's surrendering to. She's letting go and moving away from needing to know everything right now. And she does know that there's just some gestation time. Things aren't ready to quite manifest yet. And she feels this in her heart. So she feels that this is not happening imminently. This is happening a little further away. But that it is in process. That things are growing and happening and moving. And we're getting strength under the temperance, right? She is exhibiting some spiritual strength now. She's learning new things about herself in her heart space. She's much stronger than she ever thought she was. Many of my clients, many of the energies, it's like they've come to me, and many clients I've worked with for a long time, where they're not they're feeling weak. They're feeling like they're not strong. They're feeling spiritually not strong because they're letting fear take over. But this is about them feeling stronger and stronger, and spiritual strength can override the primal fears or the big ugly beasts that can rear their heads sometimes as you're integrating these spiritual lessons. So she is feeling this energy of being able to tame the wild beast that potentially used to bowl her over before. The thing that used to just wipe you out. There's a new energy of strength coming through here. Because this Queen of Cups, she's wanting to be nurturing to herself. She's choosing herself to be. This is what she's doing right now. So in her heart space, she's choosing to nurture her. She's choosing to nurture divine feminine. And she's choosing to take care of herself. Do her thing. She does her, he does him. Okay? And so I love that this is what this moving away is. She's moving away so that she can really She knows it's time to nurture herself right now, which is what's important to do. You know, Divine Feminine takes care of her business and takes care of herself and is not looking for other people to take care of her. She does it for herself. You know, so how can you really be nurtured if you're not nurturing yourself? It just doesn't work. You have to fill yourself up first before you can be really, truly nurturing to anyone else. So I love that this is where Divine Feminine energy is right now. Let's see what she's in the process of manifesting. Here it is again. We're getting patience. We're getting the Four of Cups. Oh, and we're getting Divine Masculine. All right, check it out. Stability everywhere. Yeah. So she is currently, this new beginning is really about coming into this energy of patience and temperance and knowing what she wants, having the patience and shifting her focus for now. Okay, it's coming through in the cards so clearly, because here it's in this deck, it's discontent and boredom, but it can be the energy of, you know, the universe offering you something and you kind of more being focused on the past. There's something missing here, and that's what it is your soul right now. You're manifesting this discontent and boredom with this twin flame journey potentially, because if you're to focus on yourself, because your soul is yearning for you to fill your mission and get that in place first. So they're making you feel a little bit bored and over this twin flame journey. But it is, you are manifesting this Divine Masculine. This is a new beginning towards your Divine Masculine here, because here he is. This is the Emperor. So they're basically saying that this, you know, moving on energy, discontent, boredom, moving on to something more meaningful is supporting your spiritual growth and your movement towards union with your Divine Masculine. Wow. Super. I love how Spirit does this. I really do. It is, and it's so consistent with what I'm getting in my sessions with my clients at different stages. And it's interesting to see how the energies have shifted over the months and time that this has all been, that I've been doing this work. You know, it's like the collective energies I've seen shift. Which reminds me, I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do a video about collective readings and what they mean in general readings and how to approach them. Okay, so let's just pull one romance card. How is she feeling right now when it comes to love? So we're getting to know each other card. It's about revealing your innermost selves to each other and deepening your bond. Because you're moving into a new era and a new spiritual truth, it feels like there is this deepening of the connection, even if you've been together before in the physical plane, like if you've been together and then you've separated. She is in this energy of wanting to be more, she's looking for something more meaningful, something that's really more open-hearted, and coming from this place of heart space. And I'm getting drawn to one of my client readings I did, I think last week, because it was a similar theme, which is sometimes, you know, our fears and our three-dimensional conditioning and all that stuff can really interfere with the process. And so part of the dropping of the shields and dropping of the masks of being like, oh, I have to be strong, or I don't want to talk to him because he has to talk to me first, or whatever that is, it's all fear-based, right? This is really about starting to come from the heart center and moving outward and being open-hearted and loving. And that energy is what will deepen the bond. And so that energy, the more that you feel that heart energy, that energy emanating from the higher dimensions, that unconditional love energy, it will radiate outward and it will deepen your bond with your Divine Masculine. Even if you're not in communication or you're not together, you don't even know what's happening. It is what happens energetically. So very interesting reading for Divine Feminines here. So we're going to go now over to Vimeo and we're going to do an extended reading over there. And what we're going to do over there is we're going to take a look at action steps for the Divine Feminine. What does she need to do? We're going to take a look at how she's feeling and thinking towards her Divine Masculine. Like, what is she thinking specifically about him? What is she feeling? What's currently supporting Divine Masculine? What she's currently being challenged with? We're going to take a look at what advice we have for the Divine Feminines that this is resonating for. So if this feels like this is a private reading for you, then the extended reading is going to go a lot more in depth over on my Vimeo channel. So information, the link is going to be down below of how to access that. So in the meantime, I want to send you so much love. And if you want a private reading with me or a live session with me, the information is down below as well. And I send you guys so much love. Until next time, bye.